Welcome to all of you. Myself, Professor Arvind Mania from Shantilal Shah Engineering College, Bhavnagar, Gujarat, from Information Technology Department. In today's session, we are going to discuss about what is uh, the basics of soft computing, or we can say that we are going to discuss in this lecture the basic introduction of soft computing. So let's not waste a time and let's move on for discussing the basic introduction of soft computing. So these are the outline of our today's lecture. We will see first the basic introduction, then we will see concept of computing and characteristics of computing. Then we will see what is hard computing, what is the meaning of hard computing, and then we will see the example of it, that is example of hard computing. Then we will see the basic introduction of soft computing, and we will discuss and see what can be the definition of soft computing. Then we will see characteristics of soft computing. Then we will see example, and at last we will list out the applications of soft computing. So let's move on and let's discuss about the computing technique. So basically, what is the meaning of computing? So computing is the process of using computer technology to complete a given goal-oriented task. Let's say in terms of a programming language, that whenever you write a program for some mathematical calculation, so at the output or at the runtime, you have to provide any input. Then program will process that input data and generate the output. Okay. So basically, this is the meaning of computing. You are providing some input data, then the program will evaluate it, or what we can say that it will process your input data, and based on your providing input data, it will generate the output. Okay. So the basic meaning of computing is that. So computing may encompass the design and development of software and hardware systems for a broad range of purposes, often structuring, processing, and managing any kind of information. Okay. So in terms of technological view, then we will see, if we see algorithmic view, or what we can say that if we are discussing about any programming language, as we have discussed earlier, then computing, it is the process for providing, for taking some input data or taking some resources as an input, and then it will process it and it will generate the output. Okay, so the computing technique can be categorized as hard computing and soft computing. So as we are see later that what is the concept of hard computing and soft computing, but here the words are given as hardware and software related system. Okay. So computing has also been defined as a branch of engineering science that deals with the systematic study of algorithmic process which are used to describe and transform information. So as we have discussed that computing is nothing but it is a one kind of process that it will take some input, process that input and generate the out. Okay. So that is the basic meaning of computing. So these are the concept of computing. If you are aware some idea of mathematical concept, then we will see that computing can be represented as y is equal to f of x. Now x, that is the control action, that will be considered as process. So in computing process, the input data is known as antecedent, and the process is known as computing, and the output, after processing the data, the output will be generated, and that output will be known as consequent. Okay. So this can be considered as a computing technique. Okay. you are providing some input data that will be known as antecedent, and that input data will be processed by some computing technique, and after processing that data, the output will be generated, and that output will be known as consequent. Okay. So if you are taking y is equal to f of x, that is a mathematical term. So f of x, that is our function, one kind of function related to, or what we can say that a function representing x. So f of x, in that case, our input will be a function of x. Okay. And providing some basic action or some process, the output will be generated, and that output will be assigned to the variable y. So y will taking some value after processing the function of f of x. Okay. So when you are providing input, that input is known as antecedent. That input will be processed by some computing technique, and after processing the data, it will generate some output, and that output will be considered as consequent. Okay. So what we can say that here computing technique may be anything. Say for example, if you are taking some algorithm, so that algorithm will be followed by basic step-by-step process on your input data, and it will generate the output according to the process data. Okay. So according to the concept of computing, the input is called an antecedent and the output is called the consequent. For example, adding information in database, computing the sum of two numbers using a C program, etc. Okay, that we have discussed. Okay. So now let's see the characteristics of computing. This is the basic and what we can say that most important characteristics of any computing technique. So any computing technique should provide precise solution. Precise solution, that means if you are providing some integer data or some numerical value, so that computing process should generate a proper result or proper solution. Okay. Then control actions should be unambiguous and accurate. Okay, based on your algorithm. Say for example, if you are writing any program, any C program for adding two values, then you have to provide two input values, and that program will take two input values and it will add that values and generate a result, and that result will be generated must be accurate. Okay. So it is suitable for problem which is easy to model mathematically. The process which can be represent mathematically, or which can be available for providing any solutions of the data mathematically. Okay, so that will be considered as computing. So these are the some basic and most important characteristics of computing techniques. Now let's see what is the concept of hard computing. So in 1996, Lok P. Zadeh, that is shortly known as LAS, introduced the term hard computing. Okay, so according to LAS, hard computing is defined as a computing is known as hard computing if precise result is guaranteed. That means whenever you are providing any raw material, whenever you are providing any input data, so that will be accurately generate, or that will be guaranteed the generate the output. Okay. So once you are providing input data, it will definitely generate the output. Okay. Then control action is unambiguous. Unambiguous, then whatever the actions are taken for the computing technique, that will be the unambiguous. And control action is formally defined. Okay, control action is formally defined. That means whatever the actions is going to be performed, that should be known previously or formally. Okay, so with mathematical model or algorithm. So that is the definition of hard computing, which is given by LAS. Okay, then let's see what are the examples of hard computing. So solving numerical problems, for example, finding roots of polynomials, integrations, etc. This is the best example of hard computing. Okay. Then searching and sorting techniques. Searching and sorting techniques. Say for example, if you are familiar with C programming and if you are familiar with data structure and basic operations on string, then you have to find some string. So you will apply the concept of searching. And if you are having a large data set of numerical data and you want to sort that data either in ascending order or descending order, then that technique will be known as sorting. Okay. So both searching and sorting techniques is an example of hard computing. Now solving computational geometry problems, for example, shortest route in graph, finding closest pair of points from a given set of points, etc. And there are many more examples of hard computing are available, but we have just put 3 examples here. You can find so many more examples on internet. So better you can understand hard computing, what is the example and what is the meaning of hard computing. Okay. Now what is soft computing? The idea of soft computing was initiated in 1981 when Lobby A. Zadeh published his first paper on soft data analysis. What is soft computing? Okay, the concept of hard computing is also given by Lev, and the concept of soft computing is also given by Lev. Okay. So Zadeh defined soft computing into one multidisciplinary system as the fusion of the fields of fuzzy logic, neurocomputing, evolutionary and genetic computing, and probabilistic computing. These all are the fields that can be what we can say that can be merged together and gives the concept of soft computing. Okay. We will see later what are the different meanings of each and every area that is defined here. Okay. And the aim of soft computing is to exploit the tolerance for imprecision, uncertainty, approximate reasoning, and partial truth in order to achieve close resemblance with human-like decision making. The main idea of soft computing technique is it is built like to take a decision making like humans are taking decisions. So soft computing is also one kind of that process which is involving to take a human-like decision making. Okay. Then let's see the definition of soft computing. The first one is given by Les in 1992 in his research paper, but it is more tricky. So you can move with this definition, which is given in the second part. Okay, let's just read the definition which is given by Les. Soft computing is an emerging approach to computing which parallels the remarkable ability of the human mind to reason and learn in an environment of uncertainty and imprecision. Okay. Either you can go with this definition or you can easily understand what is the definition of soft computing by just reading and taking the note of this definition. So let's see. Soft computing is the reverse of hard computing, reverse process of hard computing. It refers to a group of computational techniques that are based on artificial intelligence and natural selection. Okay. It provides cost-effective solutions to the complex real-life problems for which hard computing solution does not exist. A problem which cannot be solved by hard computing can be considered to solve using the concept of soft computing. Okay, so we can say that it's soft computing technique, it is the reverse of hard computing technique. Okay, hard computing, that means there is a fixed, what we can say, the fixed process for providing or for execution of the data or for execution of the process, okay, in hard computing. But in soft computing, it is not necessary to follow the fixed path. Okay, so in soft computing, whenever you are taking the same input many times, it is not necessary that it will generate always the same output at the all at any given time. Okay, so it may be possible that whenever you are providing input data multiple times, so it will generate different output for the same input data. But the thing is, it will always generate the output which is closest to the right output, or what we can say that the actual output. Okay. So in simple terms, you can understand soft computing, an emerging approach that gives the amazing ability of the human mind, and it can map a human mind, and the human mind is a role model for soft computing. Okay. The ultimate goal of soft computing is to take a decision, or to take a decision power just like a human mind. Okay. So what are the characteristics of soft computing? Soft computing provides an approximate but precise solution for real life problems. Okay. Whenever you are taking any, for example, in kitchen related items, say for example, washing machine, oven. So in that case, so many soft computing processes are there. Okay. The algorithms of soft computing are adaptive. So the current process is not affected by any kind of change in the environment. The concept of soft computing is based on learning from experimental data. The main idea of soft computing is based on learning from experimental data. Learning from experimental data, that means whenever you are taking first input and you are processing that data, say for example in chess game, okay, that is purely made using the concept of artificial intelligence, okay, or what we can say that machine learning. So whenever you play a chess game with machine, so whenever you take a win over the machine, so it will check all the steps and it will learn from it that from next onward, or from now onwards, it will not do a mistake which is generated in the current game. Okay. So it will based on learning from experimental data. It means that soft computing does not require any mathematical model to solve the problem. That is the most important statement regarding soft computing. If you remember, we have write one sentence about hard computing, that in every hard computing technique, there is a mathematical model to solve the problem. But in soft computing, it does not require any mathematical model to solve the problem. So soft computing helps users to solve real-world problems by providing approximate results that conventional and analytical models cannot solve. It is based on fuzzy logic, genetic algorithms, machine learning, neural network, that is ANN, and expert system. Okay. Now let's see one basic example of soft computing. Let's consider a problem that actually does not have any solutions via traditional computing, but soft computing gives the approximate solution. Here we have two strings, string 1 and string 2. We are providing the value XYZ to string 1 and we are providing XYW to string 2. Okay, so the problem 1 is, are string 1 and string 2 same? So we can directly see that the value of string 1 and string 2 are not similar. So we can say that string 1 and string 2 are not same. Okay, so the solution is simply no. It does not require any algorithm to analyze. Okay, we don't know that we can directly say that these two strings are different. So we don't need any mathematical model for proving this. Okay, but let's see another example that actually does not have any solution via traditional computing, but soft computing gives the approximate solution. Let's see. String 1 and string 2 both are same, but the problem is different. So how much string 1 and string 2 are same? Okay, how much string 1? We know that string 1 and string 2 are not same, but now problem is different. How much percentage that string 1 and string 2 are same. So through conventional programming, either the answer is yes or no. Okay, by using the conventional programming, we can just give the answer like strings are same, then we can say that yes. If strings are not same, then we can say that no, strings are not the same. But through conventional programming, either the answer is yes or no, but these strings might be 80% similar according to soft computing. Okay. See, it will check word by word or character by character, X, X, Y, Y. Then third character is different. So soft computing will decide that both the strings are 80% similar, but not 100% similar. Okay. So you have noticed that soft computing gave us the approximate solution. Okay. And for providing the approximate solutions, we don't need to use any mathematical model. Okay. So these are the applications of soft computing. So first one is handwritten script recognition. Say for example, if we are writing one in Gujarati language, so each and every child or each and every person are writing one in a Gujarati language. So each and every persons are writing one, but all the ones are not at exactly same. Okay, but we can recognize that this is the one. This is the character written in Gujarati language and the value is 1. Okay. So in this type of processes, soft computing can be useful. Now image processing and data compression, automotive systems and manufacturing, soft computing based architecture, decision support system, power system analysis, bioinformatics, and investment and trading. So these all are the list of applications where soft computing can be useful. But apart from these applications, there are a lot of applications are available. So you can find it on the internet and you can easily remember other applications where soft computing techniques are used. Okay. So in this lecture, we have just seen the basic introduction about soft computing. If you like this video lecture, then please subscribe the YouTube channel and subscribe channel for notification for the next video lecture. Thank you. Thank you very much for attending the session. Thank you.